Canned tuna is a staple in many lunch sandwiches, salads, and other recipes. It is one of the most consumed foods worldwide, caught in more than 70 countries. But how are millions of cans of tuna processed and canned? In this video, we'll explore the process of making canned tuna, from when the tuna is received from fishing boats to when the tuna loins are cleaned and packed into cans. Initially, this food was known in 1909 in the United States, especially on the West Coast. But before that, in 1810, Peter Duran, an Englishman, designed the first cylindrical can to contain food. By the 20th century, a company in Coruña began producing tuna cans. Canning of tuna was invented in the early 20th century as a means of preserving the catch for a long period of time without the need for refrigeration. Canned tuna contains 24 to 25 grams of protein, considered a food that provides a lot of protein for the improvement of our body. According to many scientific studies, canned tuna may contain more protein than fresh tuna. Tuna is frozen directly on the fishing vessel and then transported in containers to the factory, maintaining the cold chain. Here, 25 to 30 tons of tuna are produced every day. Initially, tuna is received from different suppliers or fishing vessels. Then, it is necessary to check the quality of the food to see if it is in good condition or not. After confirming that the product is in good condition, the tuna cutting process begins. Frozen tuna is cut with a saw. First the head, the lower abdomen, and finally the tail. The fish loin is cut into rectangular pieces before being sent to the production process. Fish is kept underwater for a long time to cook. To cook this large quantity of tuna, 14-meter-long trays are prepared to hold about 10,000 kilograms of tuna. To preserve the organoleptic properties and nutritional value of tuna, they are steamed and continuously examined with probes inserted inside the fish loin. After about 3 hours, the tuna is cooked. But before proceeding, the fish needs to be cooled in special air-conditioned chambers to remove excess moisture and ensure better quality of the final product. Steaming removes excess fat and prepares the tuna to easily remove the skin and bones. Once cooled, the tuna is transferred to the cleaning table, where the process of separating the edible flesh from the skin and bones begins. Once this process is complete, the workers who help process the canned tuna must clean the fish to remove unwanted bones along with scales, skin, and fins, and then thoroughly inspect the quality. Then, depending on the type of can, the tuna is cut into different shapes. Besides manual production, there is a very efficient automated department where consumer products are automatically boxed through 5 different production lines. The cleaned fish loins are then transferred to the canning process. The operator feeds the cleaned fish loins into a groove, which moves the tuna into a compression chamber to create a cylindrical shape. The blades cut the tuna and place it into the can. The cans are automatically filled with tuna and move on a line from the filling machine to the vacuum packaging machine. Each filling machine can process up to 600 cans per minute. In order for this food to be preserved for a long time while maintaining its quality, liquids need to be added, depending on the company processing the canned tuna, but the most common are oils such as olive oil, sunflower oil, or brine to keep food in good condition for a long time. Cans full of tuna move on a conveyor belt, with broth or olive oil added depending on the product. In this case, salt and olive oil are added, and the cans are sealed and washed. The lid is automatically placed on the top of the can before entering the vacuum packaging machine, where the air is extracted and the lid is sealed. Supervisors must check to ensure that the lids close perfectly and without defects. The machines the company uses to seal this food must have steam nozzles to ensure the lid seals properly. The cans are sealed, washed, and placed in baskets to be steam cooked in an autoclave. The cans go through a water bath to rinse off excess oil and are then placed back into the baskets. Next, powerful magnetic lifters transport the sealed cans to large metal baskets, each containing 12 cans, and they are fed into giant pressure cookers to cook and sterilize the fish. Up to 12,000 cans can be cooked at once. Products placed in special baskets move to the next stage, one of the most delicate as it is a sterilization process in large autoclaves with carefully controlled steam using thermal imaging to ensure sterile and long-lasting products. After completing this process, the tuna cans must undergo a heat process to extend their shelf life. Once out of the autoclave, hot cans should be bathed in cold water to regulate the temperature and ensure they don't have problems when they get to the supermarket. The sealed cans are placed into hot steam sterilization chambers to kill all bacteria that could spoil the product. Bacteria can be present both in cans and in food, so they must be properly sterilized. When the sterilization process is complete, the hot cans must be rinsed and cooled with cold water. The cans will be labeled with product information. Canned tuna is packed in cartons and ready to be shipped all over the world. Before shipping, manufacturers always check the product again to ensure there are no damaged tuna cans. Some manufacturers will hold back the cans for a while to see if they swell. Damaged cans will not be placed on the market. This is the process that goes into making a delicious can of tuna. If you want to know how to make canned sardines, see the link in the description and first comment. Like the video if you enjoyed it and share with others who may be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to keep learning. Goodbye.